Roy Grimm is with us, and he is an exclusive buyer agent. We are talking about real estate right now, and a buyer's agent. Is there a buyer's agent and a seller's agent? Is there one for each of us? I mean, is this a fair thing?
Well, there is. We're coming to that. It's the whole idea of buyer agency is relatively new. That's why you haven't heard of it before, Tanya. It's probably only in the past 10, 15 years that the laws have changed enough to allow for buyer agency.
And why was there a need for this, Roy?
Back in the bad old days or whatever, traditionally when people go look for a house, you drive around, you see a sign, call the agent on the sign. Not a great idea, because the agent on that sign represents the seller. His job or her job is to get the highest price for that home. So you want somebody who's going to represent you. Well, back before the laws were changed, you'd go out as I did. I went out and got somebody that I thought was representing me, and we'd go out, and that person would help me do what needed to be done. But at the time, the laws were such that agent was still a sub-agent of the seller. So, in fact, when I first got into real estate, I took an agency class, and the instructor said, "I remember the good old days when we all worked for the seller." And everybody knew we all worked for the seller, except for the buyer. And so the laws have changed, and it sort of came out of the consumer rights movement. The old idea of buyer beware the buyer ought to have some protection. So buyer agency was created. So now we can work directly for the buyer. We get our commissions from the to complicate a story, but we get it from the transaction.